Looking a little less bright these days, casting long shadows over what was once a thriving landscape. Florida's housing market, once a symbol of booming growth and retirement dreams, is cracking under pressure. Inventory is skyrocketing and prices are plummeting at an alarming rate. What was once a seller's paradise is rapidly becoming a buyer's market. But even that label feels misleading when fear, not opportunity, is driving the shift. The sense of uncertainty is palpable. This isn't just about real estate, it's a symptom of a larger disease affecting the very fabric of our communities. The foundation on which so many Americans built their financial security is crumbling, leaving dreams shattered and futures uncertain. The dream of owning a home, working hard and retiring comfortably is fading into a distant memory for many. The system, my friends, is rigged against the very people it was supposed to support. This isn't doom-mongering, it's a stark reality that we must confront, and it's time we faced it head-on with courage and determination. We need to understand what's happening, why it's happening, and most importantly, what we can do about it to safeguard our future. The first step is acknowledging the problem, recognizing the depth of the crisis. The American dream, as it's been sold to us, is in jeopardy, teetering on the edge of collapse. But that doesn't mean all hope is lost. There is still a chance to rebuild and adapt. It just means we need a new plan, a new approach, and a renewed sense of purpose to navigate these challenging times. The tremors in Florida's housing market are sending shockwaves through the entire financial system, causing widespread concern and uncertainty. Banks, those supposed pillars of stability, are starting to sweat under the pressure. The cracks in their facade are becoming more apparent. Remember 2008? The echoes of that crisis are getting louder, reminding us of the fragility of our financial systems. People are worried, and rightfully so. Their savings, their hard-earned money, suddenly feels less secure than ever before. The interest rates they're earning are paltry compared to the rising cost of, well, everything. Inflation is eating away at their purchasing power. It's a recipe for panic as people realize their financial safety nets are not as strong as they once believed. And then there's the silent killer credit scores. These numbers dictate so much of our financial lives. As people struggle to make ends meet, their creditworthiness takes a hit, making it even harder to recover. This makes it harder to get loans, access credit, and even secure an apartment. The barriers keep piling up. It's a vicious cycle that traps people in a downward spiral, making financial recovery seem almost impossible. The old adage, safe as money in the bank, is starting to ring hollow. Trust in these institutions is eroding. We've been conditioned to believe that our money is safe in these institutions, that our savings will grow steadily over time. But is that really the case? But what happens when the ground beneath those institutions starts to crumble? The illusion of security shatters, leaving us to question everything we thought we knew. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, inflation. It's a topic that's on everyone's mind, affecting every aspect of our daily lives. Prices are soaring and wages are stagnant. This imbalance is creating a financial strain that many are finding hard to manage. The middle class is being squeezed from both sides, struggling to afford basic necessities. Groceries, healthcare, and housing costs are all climbing. The American dream is starting to feel like a nightmare. What was once a promise of prosperity is now a source of stress and anxiety. And then there's the debt. It's a shadow that looms over every financial decision. Student loan payments are back, adding another layer of financial burden on a generation already struggling to get ahead. This debt is a heavy weight on their shoulders. Credit card debt is soaring as people rely on plastic to make ends meet. It's a cycle that's hard to break. It's a recipe for disaster. The financial instability is palpable and the future seems uncertain. We're told to tighten our belts, to live within our means. But what does that really mean when the cost of living is outpacing our income? But what happens when your means are shrinking while the cost of living keeps rising? It's a question many are grappling with. The system is broken, and the average American is paying the price. The financial strain is becoming unbearable. We're constantly bombarded with messages to spend, to consume, to keep the economy churning, but at what cost? The pressure to keep up is relentless. The truth is, this system is designed to benefit the wealthy, the few at the top, while the rest of us struggle to stay afloat. The gap between the rich and the poor is widening, and it's time we address these issues head on. For decades, we've been told that the 401k is the golden ticket to a comfortable retirement. But let's be honest, folks, the 401k is a mirage. It's a promise built on shaky ground. First, there are the fees. Every year, Wall Street takes its cut, skimming off the top of your hard-earned savings. Then there are the taxes. You get taxed when you contribute, and you get taxed when you withdraw. It's a double whammy. And let's not forget about inflation. That money you're diligently socking away for retirement, it's losing value every single day. By the time you retire, it might not be worth as much as you think. The 401k was designed for a different era, a time when people stayed with the same company for decades and inflation was relatively stable. That world no longer exists. We need a new retirement plan, one that empowers individuals and puts them in control of their financial future.